Circleville, Ohio. Picture a small town in the 1970s. Life moved at a slower pace. Neighbors knew each other, children played freely. But this tranquility was shattered by anonymous letters. Sinister, filled with threats and accusations. Fear and suspicion took root. The letters targeted residents, exposing secrets and spreading lies. The townspeople were scared and intrigued. Who was behind this campaign of fear? The mystery gripped Circleville, transforming it into a breeding ground for paranoia. Among those targeted was Mary Gillespie, a school bus driver. Mary found herself at the epicenter of this terrifying ordeal. The letters accused her of having an affair. They threatened her family. Mary vehemently denied the accusations. She tried to ignore the letters, but they persisted. They arrived with alarming frequency. They became more menacing in tone. Mary lived in constant fear. She worried for her safety and the safety of her children. The letters had turned her life upside down. The once quiet life she knew was gone, replaced by a constant state of anxiety. She became a recluse, afraid to leave her house. The accusations against Mary were damaging. Despite her denials, the rumors spread. People she had known for years began to doubt her. She became an outcast in her own town. The psychological toll was immense. The letters had not only threatened her physical safety but also destroyed her reputation. Mary became determined to clear her name. She cooperated with the police. She tried to reason with the writer, but the letters continued. Each one was a blow, chipping away at her sanity and her spirit. She was trapped in a nightmare, orchestrated by an unseen tormentor. Tragedy struck in 1977. Mary's husband, Ron Gillespie, received a strange phone call. The voice on the other end taunted him about the alleged affair. Enraged, Ron stormed out of the house. He grabbed his gun, vowing to confront the writer. He was never seen alive again. Ron's death sent shockwaves through Circleville. The letters had escalated from harassment to murder. Fear gripped the town tighter than ever. People began to suspect everyone, looking for any sign of guilt or a connection to the letters. The police investigation into Ron's death was met with dead ends. His car was found wrecked miles away. There were no witnesses, no fingerprints, no leads. The gun was never recovered. The lack of evidence only deepened the mystery. Was Ron's death a tragic accident fueled by the letter writer's taunts? Or was it a deliberate act of murder? The letters continued even after Ron's death. Now they taunted Mary, blaming her for her husband's demise. The writer claimed to have witnessed the incident. The psychological torture continued, pushing Mary further into despair. The town remained in the clutches of fear, haunted by the unanswered questions surrounding Ron's death. Section 4. Escalation of terror, a booby trap on the school bus route. 3 years later, the terror reached a new peak. Mary discovered a booby trap on her school bus route. A loaded gun was rigged to fire when she opened the mailbox. Fortunately, she spotted the trap in time. The police were called. This was no longer just about letters. This was attempted murder. The incident sent a wave of panic through the town. Parents feared for their children's safety. The school board increased security measures. The once peaceful bus route had become a crime scene. The booby trap incident intensified the investigation. The police finally had tangible evidence. They analyzed the gun and the letters. They hoped for a break in the case. The town held its breath, desperate for a resolution. However, the police were unable to connect the booby trap to any suspect. The letters continued taunting the police. The writer seemed to be always one step ahead, reveling in the fear and chaos they had created. Section 5. A conviction, yet the letters persist. The Paul Freshour chapter. Then came a break in the case. A man named Paul Freshour, a former co-worker of Mary's, became a prime suspect. He had a history of conflict with Mary. Handwriting analysis suggested a possible link to the letters. In 1983, Freshour was convicted of attempted murder for the booby trap. Freshour's conviction brought a sense of relief to Circleville. The letter writer, it seemed, was finally behind bars. People hoped the nightmare was finally over. Life could return to normal. But the case was far from closed. The letters continued even with Freshour in prison. They were sent from different locations, written in different handwriting. This raised serious doubts about Freshour's guilt. Was he innocent, wrongly convicted? Was there another writer and accomplice carrying on the legacy? The questions surrounding the case refused to go away. Freshour maintained his innocence throughout his sentence. He claimed he was framed, made a scapegoat to appease the terrified town. He appealed his conviction multiple times, but to no avail. The letters from prison added another layer to the already complex mystery, casting a shadow of doubt over the entire investigation.